All right, let's get to first alert weather. Crews went out to Fair Oaks earlier today, capturing a little bit of steady rainfall right here. So is there any more rain on tap? Let's go to first alert meteorologist Brian Schofield with the answer to that. But let's hold on a second. We got like 3 more days till fall officially starts, right?
Yeah, we don't need the pumpkin spice yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking someone left their sprinkler on. That's the way I see that video of Fair Oaks. Did you get it? I hope you did. I mean, we love a good shower here, but we haven't seen a lot locally, let's say in the Sacramento area. But definitely you can see surrounding us, we're still expecting. And actually the mountains did real well, half an inch to an inch in some areas if you go a little farther south in the Sierra. But that's your 2 p.m. hour right there on our Futurecast. And right here, I'll just advance the maps and you get the idea. Yeah, not a whole lot coming through. I assume there'd be a little more of a wraparound, but most of that's staying in Yuba City. You folks in, I hope, Live Oak and Gridley got to see some decent showers. I know it was all the way to Ukiah, and we've been watching some thunderstorms offshore in the north coast. But in general here, you can see a step away. There's not much happening. You know, there's just going to be enough moisture left over. Maybe pop in a few isolated thunderstorms for later on tomorrow afternoon. But other than that, I don't see much happening in the valley. So there's what's rotating through right now. Here are those thunderstorms offshore. So impressive to see how it just kind of wound its way through and just there's not a lot of kick with it here. But when there was some kick, as I told you, yeah, down a little more farther south in the Sierra, we did see some pretty good rainfall totals. But at least some of our local areas did get to see 1/10 of an inch to up to almost 2/10 of an inch. But most areas saw just a little spit on the windshield. But that's some nice rainfall still going on right now. This is current radar picture, satellite radar composite holding on to some of those areas. And it is hitting the ground out there finally. It had to moisten the atmosphere real well. Remember, we moisten the atmosphere from the top down. So when you get those lower layers that are dry, and I don't mean bone dry, because I looked at the observations and certainly the dew points and the humidity levels are still up. They weren't great, but they were still up there. So it was still hard to get that all wet and down. But I'll tell you, it did a pretty good job through near Auburn, let's say, in Grass Valley, and it's still kind of pumping around through Pollock Pines. So you're not quite done with the showers just yet. And there's still some cloud cover around the valley, but it's just making it feel more fall-like. See, perfect day for a pumpkin patch. You won't likely get wet because most of this is working its way out. Just watch that as it circles the area right there. I mean, I just love watching that. That's just such a weather anomaly right there. You folks in Woodland should have gotten a decent shower out of the deal. And look at that. Just robbed in Davis, robbed in Dixon. All right. Check out our next better chance maybe at some showers. That's another system, still not a named storm. Interesting today that it's not. Holding together okay, not a named storm, another one in behind it. So we'll have a couple opportunities to maybe drag up some more moisture in the flow. Show you what that means for your outdoor plans coming up here. 50s and 60s for tonight, Grass Valley 64, Pollock Pines 56. Afternoon highs tomorrow will start to launch once again. So now high pressure pokes in and then feel less fall-like, but we get into fall, which Monday. And the first full day will be Tuesday. And that's when we start to bring in some of that shower activity, the possibility of a few thunderstorms too. See if it kind of does a beeline for the valley instead of misses it altogether almost. And generally the temperatures will drop a little bit more, but then they'll be back up again. As you can see some 80s showing up there. But looking good. Foothills, once again, you'll have the same chances Tuesday into Wednesday, and then certainly Tuesday into Wednesday. I don't know why there's so many clouds on Wednesday in this graphic, but likely Tuesday you'll see some of that moisture as well from that system south. Now, timing will be important, and if it slows down or doesn't get caught up in the flow quick enough, it will be more of a Wednesday event, just giving you that heads up. After that, we don't see much happening, but you do see the temperatures, once again, back into the 80s for the foothills, and right there into the 70s for the Sierra. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting leading into fall. Back to you, Don.
All right, thanks so much.